Good day everyone! Today, we will be discussing past form of verbs. Together, let's make learning English fun and easy. Mary's lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. He followed her to school one day. That was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. Notice the highlighted verbs above. Those verbs are written in their past forms. Let us study the chart below. Follow, past, followed. Have, had. Go, went. Be, was. Make, made. The regular verb follow forms its past tense by just adding ed. On the other hand, irregular verbs form their past tense in different ways. Let's do this. Complete the sentences below by writing the simple past tense of the verbs in the parentheses. Chef Chloe blank prepared desserts for the party last week. The answer is prepared. Kuya Jerry blank delivered the package yesterday. The correct answer is delivered. Nellie blank lists her name in the attendance sheet. The answer is listed. The children blank see a clown in a birthday party. The answer is saw. The athlete blank run fast during the last race. The answer is ran. Simple past tense of verbs. The simple past of a verb is used to describe an action or condition that took place at a specific point in the past. Past events are important that we use them in telling and retelling. There are different ways of forming the past tense of verbs, depending on the types used as the regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs simply form their past tense by adding ed to their base forms. Base form, start. Past, started. Visit, visited. Talk, talked. Play, played. For some regular verbs that end in e, their past tense is formed by just adding d, like bake, baked, agree, agreed, type, typed, die, died. For some verbs that ends in y preceded by vowels, their past tense is formed by adding ed, like enjoy, enjoyed, pray, prayed, play, played, stay, stayed. For some verbs that end in Y preceded by consonants, their past tense is formed by changing Y to I before adding ed, like dry, tried, copy, copied, cry, cried, hurry, hurried. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs do not form their simple past tense by adding ed or d to the base forms. Past tense of irregular verbs are written in various forms. Irregular verbs form their simple past either by changing their spelling or no change in spelling. Study the chart below. Irregular verbs base form be, am, and is. Past is was. Be as are. Past is were. Come, came. Go, went. Know, knew. Irregular verbs think, thought. Begin, begun. Break, broke. Buy, bought. Do, did. Irregular verbs eat, ate. Feel, felt. Sleep, slept. Ring, rang. Pay, paid. Some examples of the irregular verb in their simple past that no change in spelling. Cut, cut. Shut, shut. Read, read. Set, set. Let's do this. Copy the sentences below, then supply the simple past tense of each given regular verb inside the parentheses. Rhea blank to apply for a job in the city last week. The answer is decided. She blank in a factory for 3 years. The answer is worked. The trip blank a month ago. The answer is happened. Her family blank her to change her plans. The answer is convinced. Her father blank promised to support her on her new goals. The answer is promised. Let's do this. Copy the sentences below, then supply the simple past tense of each given irregular verb inside the parentheses. The hen blank on its egg until they hatch. The answer is sat. My grandparents blank the hot tea that I made for them. The answer is drank. The speaker blank us the concepts of love and respect for humankind. The answer is thought. The two pupils blank the class in doing their project. The answer is lead. The wind blank strongly last night. The answer is blue. Let's do this. Complete the sentences by writing the simple past tense of the given verbs. Irma blank a letter to Mr. Lee. The answer is wrote. The two runners blank their previous speed records. The answer is broke. Diana blank her father's favorite song during their family reunion. The answer is sang. My mother blank me Maricon. The answer is named. Kuya Joey blank his bag after moving the boxes. The answer is hurt. We blank the Crusat family in 2015. The answer is met. My father blank my mother in 1989. The answer is married. They blank home very late last night. The answer is got. Mr. and Mrs. Digma blank live in the United States for 10 years. The answer is lived. He blank his last basketball league last year. The answer is played. Let's do this. Rewrite the paragraph using the correct simple past tense of the verbs. Marjorie visited her Lola's garden last Friday. The flowering plants made her feel happy after a long day of work. She talked to the orchids as if she could be understood by them. She got some sampaguitas and ilang-ilang. Then she made laces of fragrant flowers and put them in the altar. Let's do this. Tell something about the memorable experiences that you had. Compose clear and coherent sentences using the given regular and irregular verbs at time expressions. I did my activities in English yesterday. For my art subject, I drew beautiful scenery last Wednesday. We sang our school hymn 3 days ago. The class danced the cha-cha 1 month ago. Mia became an honor student last year. Let's do this. Rewrite the sentences below by providing the correct past form of each verb in the parentheses. The itsy-bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and an itsy-bitsy spider went up the spout again. The simple past of a verb is used to describe a condition or an action that took place at a specific point in the past. Past events are important that we use them in telling and retelling. There are different ways of forming the past tense of verbs depending on the type used as to regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs form their past either by adding d or ed, while irregular verbs form their simple past tense either by changing or not changing the spelling. Thank you for watching. Till our next English lesson. Goodbye.